What up, everyone, and welcome to the Social Room, where strategic networking meets insightful business conversations. I'm your host, Aiden Snell, and this show is designed to connect you with business leaders, visionaries, and entrepreneurs who are not only crushing it and making waves within their industries, but who might also just share the game that can take you to the next level. In each episode, we'll explore the stories of these business owners and how they're impacting lives. Who knows? You might just find your next big opportunity right here on this episode. So sit back, tune in, and let's get social. All right, guys, today we are joined by the one and only Darlene Freeman. Darlene, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, Darlene. So, Darlene, tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, just a brief summary on what you've got going on and what you're passionate about.
Okay, I am a real estate broker. I have been in the business for 25 years. I am Affluent Realty. I am brokered by EXP. They are worldwide, and I love working with agents, buyers and sellers too, but more agents,
Okay,
and that's just where I'm at.
that's awesome. Cool. So you've been in the game for 25 years. Wow, you must be crushing it.
Yes.
Love that. Love that, Darlene. All right, Darlene. So we're going to go ahead and move right into what I call the Power Five. These are going to be rapid questions
Okay.
that the audience are going to eat up. They're going to love it. Okay. So my
Okay.
first question for you, and these are going to be short. Okay. We want to get through these pretty quickly. But my
Okay.
first question for you, Darlene, what's been the most valuable lesson you've learned from failure?
Never give up. Never stop. If it's your dream, no matter what, you have to fail forward. I don't care how many times it is, and you will succeed. You just have to go through it to get to it.
I love that. And that right there, I feel like is what separates losers from winners. A winner is really just a loser who never gave up.
Yes, a lot of people have had a rough life, but they stayed in there. They were tenacious. They were driven. It was in them to just stay with it, no matter what they went through, and they succeeded.
I love that, Darlene. Great advice. Okay, next question. If you had to start over, Darlene, what's the first thing you would do differently?
Learn more about the internet. It's been around for a long time, but since COVID, there is more competition on the internet. It takes time to grow. But if I had started back then, I would have been separated from a lot of other people and more well established
Yes,
globally.
yes. It's so important. The internet is the number one place you need to be because, how are people going to hear of you if you're not showing up on their phones, on their mobile devices? Everybody is on the internet now, right?
Exactly, because when I first started, we just farmed our neighborhoods, meaning we marketed our local neighborhoods. We barely were out of our backyard.
Mm,
It was just people who we knew locally. Then it was statewide. Then it was nationwide, and now it's global.
mm. Absolutely. Love
Yeah,
that. Awesome. Okay, next question, Darlene. What's the best investment you've made within your business?
myself.
Mm,
If you love yourself and you're willing to learn, that's just part of human nature, and you grow. You learn what is good for you, what isn't good for you. If it isn't good for you, shut the door. Go with what is good for you. And that guarantees success.
I couldn't agree more. It's so important, especially in today's era, to invest in yourself, in your knowledge, in the
Yeah.
people that you surround yourself with, the time that you're investing, the energy that you're investing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I couldn't agree more. Awesome. If you could master one skill, Darlene, that you don't have right now, what would it be?
Um, wow, that's a good one. Um, just talking. I could say things better sometimes than I do.
Mhm.
Um, Not that I'm bad at it, but I could use improvement always.
For sure. Everything in life is a negotiation. So if you can master communication, I feel
Yes.
like you just get a lot more of what it is you want, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. And my last question for you, Darlene, what's your proudest moment in business so far?
I have gained awards for integrity.
Nice.
Um, I have gotten a lot of good references, and testimonies from working with buyers and sellers because that means a lot. That
That's
means a
amazing.
lot. I've gotten referrals because people speak highly of me. And now I would just like to get to know even more people, let them learn me and know me. And then that's what brings business to you. People are very internet savvy now. They want to get to know who you are before they approach you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
Well, I love that. What's been the coolest award that you've won?
um, as a premier agent, luxury marketing, I got an award for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, congratulations on that. It sounds like you do amazing business, and I'm not surprised being that you've been in the industry for 25 years. That's
Thank
awesome,
you.
Darlene. All right, so that concludes our rapid questions, our Power Five. So now, Darlene, I'd love to dive deeper into your business, right? Tell
Okay.
me about the company that you work with.
Um, my company is based a lot, it's more so now on a show called Negotiators Lux.
Okay. And this is EXP Realty?
I am a Fluent Realty brokered by EXP, meaning I own my own business, but I am brokered by them. I have all of the tools that they have available, all of the training. Um, I'm a dual agent, in other words. You can work for more than one company, and I do,
Got you.
is
Okay.
how that works. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. So you have you work for all these different companies and you have your own company as well, or are you just are you working with all these different companies?
I have my own company. That is my brand.
Got you.
But EXP, they partner with me. They support me.
Absolutely. Got you.
Yeah.
So tell me more about your brand. What's it called?
Affluent Realty,
Affluent Realty. Got you. And tell me, what is Affluent Realty all about?
luxury homes. Um,
Nice.
that's our main focus. We will help anybody, anywhere, but I am in a show that is more focused on luxury, so I am more focused on luxury.
Got you. Amazing. So helping people get more luxury, and this is residential real estate, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So tell me about the more about like the people that you're working with. Obviously, they're looking for luxurious homes, or that's where your focus is. And these people can be global, or are they in a certain area?
Absolutely. I've had people from Egypt call me and from
Wow,
India call me wanting to move here. One thing I don't have that EXP does are people from Egypt and India. They speak their language, which is nice because they are also global, which makes
gotcha.
me global.
Yeah,
So there are a lot of benefits into partnering with them. They are awesome. You name it and they have it.
that's amazing.
If anybody doesn't succeed with them, it's because they don't want to.
They're not putting in the work, huh?
Exactly. They offer everything.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're working globally, and do you specialize in a specific market in a specific area?
Just Indiana. I represent Indiana.
Got you.
So anywhere in Indiana, most of it is in the metropolitan Indianapolis area and the surrounding counties because that is the board that I am on, the
Okay,
local board for us, and there are different boards for different locations. But I can team up with them also. But I am in the local metropolitan area.
got you. Okay.
So that's where I
Amazing,
best serve people.
amazing, amazing,
Yeah.
darling. Awesome. So tell me about more of the clients that you're working with. Like, why do they come to you? What are their pains? What are their problems?
Okay, first of all, they find me on the internet, on LinkedIn and my business page. They check me out before they approach me.
Mm,
They know exactly what it is they want. They are a different type of person to work with. They have very high expectations,
mm,
and I just listen to their needs. They all have different needs, so I just listen to them.
mm.
My marketing is a little different from a lot of other companies
Okay.
with the help of EXP. And a lot of it is also built on relationships. They can tell when you talk to them and they interview you, if you're a good fit for them, if you have the confidence that you need, if you know what you're talking about, and
Mm.
if you don't, these people are very intelligent. So a lot of that has to do with that. How are you going to market? What are you going to do for me? How are you going to help me?
Got you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I know you mentioned that a lot of them have different needs, specific needs. What are some of those needs? What are some of the most common wants and needs that your clients have?
A lot of times they are relocating to another state.
Okay.
They don't know where they're going, so they will need an agent when they get to that state. I line that up for them because I interview other agents. I have connections in other states,
Mm.
which relieves them of the headache from having a bad experience. I do a lot of Zoom calls with them if they do leave the state while their house is on the market so that I can still connect with them. It's as close to person as we can get.
Got you. Yeah.
A lot of agents don't do that yet, but I find that to be an awesome tool. I figured that out during COVID.
Love that. Love
Yeah,
that. Love it. Yeah. Zoom has been a big game changer for a lot of businesses,
absolutely.
especially since COVID. Cool. What other
Yes.
pains or problems do they face?
The buyers and sellers,
Yeah.
nothing we can't handle. We just work through it. It's mostly their job, their profession.
Got you.
Um,
And just worried about, I'm assuming, just finding the right home for them or selling
yes,
the home
yes, yes.
and avoiding a bad
Since
experience.
we are global, we sell their home fast.
Nice.
Yeah, and they like that.
Got you. Love
So,
that. I
yeah.
noticed, I remember you said, Darlene, that you have a different marketing approach compared to most real estate agents. I'm curious to hear a little bit more about that. What are you doing? I know you mentioned that you're in LinkedIn and people find you from there. They'll interview you or have a conversation with you. But what are you currently doing to market your business and to bring in, more business and opportunities for yourself?
I've started working more on my YouTube channel,
Mm.
but I am also in a show that is global. It's
Yes.
it's a real estate show. It's called Negotiators Lux, and it's on different streaming platforms. And we are different real estate brokers in different states, and we represent that state. And I represent Indiana, and we do shows of people, places, properties, and events. So, of course, when I have a property that's listed, it's going to be global instantly. And I've had great results doing that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what would you say out of all the results that you get, how much would you say come from the show and YouTube?
Well, I have only been doing both less than a year,
Okay.
but I would say so far 25%.
Wow. And just a
But it
year?
is going to grow because I'm growing.
Yeah, absolutely. So in just a year, out of the 25 years that you've been in the industry, already a quarter of the business that you're receiving is from
Yes.
these new opportunities of YouTube and the show.
Yes.
And then I'm curious, what about the show compared to YouTube? Out of that 25%, how much is coming from YouTube and how much is coming from the show?
Well, I haven't been working on YouTube as much as I should. I'm getting ready to. I've I have taken it more seriously because they want me to, and it's great. It's a great tool. But I have been more focused on the show, so I would have to say the show.
Gotcha. Okay. Why YouTube? How come? Why YouTube? Like, why is that an avenue that you're deciding to take?
I have talked to other people who are successful. They
Hmm.
are also coaches who want to work with me, and they helped me to realize that I need to expand and that YouTube it takes a little bit of time, just like everything does, but it's worth it. So I'm going to do it.
Love that. So you're essentially just following the game plans that other successful people in your industry have taken.
Yes, they are all top producers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. Can you tell me about maybe like one of your client success stories? Something that a story where you've been able to help a client and that client was super happy. Can you recall on one of those stories?
Yeah. I had a listing and a buyer came along and they wanted all sorts of things. They wanted this fixed. They wanted that fixed. And my seller didn't really want to have to fix it. He already knew what he wanted to do. So to solve it, the seller paid for a home warranty for them so that if anything breaks down, all they have to do is pay for the, what's it called? The deductible.
Got you.
And then the homeowner has covered the rest, which has turned out to be awesome. And that's recommended even with brand new homes that are built. Sometimes things happen, even in a new home.
Mm,
And so both sides were happy. It didn't cost the seller a lot of money, and the buyer felt secure.
that's awesome. And
Yeah.
so both sides of the parties were happy, and which is crucial for any business deal.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did they experience any type of transformation? Did this lead to anything, whether it was internally or externally, both on the buyer side and the seller side?
The buyers were happy. They moved in right away. I wound up with both sides, representing both sides, which
Oh, amazing.
sometimes can be a little tricky.
Yeah,
But they wanted to go with me because I wasn't biased to one side. I was neutral. And I was there to help them both and not reveal each other's information and things like that. I guess they found me to be trustworthy, and that's important to people.
love that. Love
Yeah.
that. So if you guys need a trustworthy real estate agent, Darlene
There
is
I
the
am.
go with, representing buyers and sellers over here.
Yes,
Darlene,
absolutely.
so tell us, how can people work with you? What's that process look like?
I think it's just the rapport. I listen to them. I nurture them. I'm a mother, so that mama bear comes out and they sense that, so that they feel comfortable with that.
Mm,
Um,
love that.
and
So
that's just how they feel about a person. Sometimes you connect with people, sometimes you don't. I find people approaching me that I've never seen before in my life in the grocery stores.
oh, wow. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
if I wanted to work with you, if I needed a real estate agent to represent me, how can I go about that working with you? Where would I have to go? How can I find you?
You can call me. My number is everywhere.
Okay.
You can call me at 317-603-4621. We will sit down, we will make a plan, we will do a net sheet, and we will budget whatever is best for you as a buyer or a seller. And
Mm,
then we will implement that and start our marketing process.
amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome, Darlene. Is there anything you want to leave the audience with as we wrap this up? Any piece of advice or anything at all that you'd love to leave the viewers with?
Do what you love and stay with it. That's important. No matter what, stay with it and you will succeed. There are plenty of people out there that have been there and done that. Find them, meet with them, learn from them. That helps you be successful.
That's awesome, Darlene. Well, hey, it's been a
Thank
pleasure
you.
having you. I thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
me here on this podcast, and I wishing you a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.
You too. Bye
All right.
bye.
Bye bye.
And that is a wrap on this episode of The Social Room. I hope you found some great insights and maybe even some potential opportunities and ideas. Remember, the connections you make today could be the game changers of tomorrow. If you're interested in continuing the conversation or exploring potential partnerships, don't hesitate to reach out. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Stay tuned until next time.